Hey guys, it's Sports Civic, and today we are going to be unboxing my new subwoofer, the SVS SB-3000. In this video, we're going to go over a couple of things. This won't be a review. That will be something I will be doing in maybe a month or two. I want to have a good amount of time with all of my audio speakers and even the subwoofer before I give a deep dive review. But today we're going to be covering first why I decided to get the SoundPad subwoofer isolation system to accompany my SVS SB-3000, and then also why I decided to go with this subwoofer compared to, let's say, the SB-2000 or the PB-2000 or even the PB-3000 or the even more expensive PB and SB-4000. Before we start, if you guys like what you see, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure to check out later this week. I will be doing the first couple of demos of my sound system. But with saying that, without further ado, let's hop right in. So opening the box was actually pretty easy. It felt very similar to when I did the unboxing for the RP8000F. You're supposed to turn the box upside down and cut it open from there. Now, after initially turning it over on the bottom, I did not follow the instructions that well, but I found the whole unboxing process pretty easy. Especially compared if I tried to say cut it from the top or the right or left side, or even try to like manhandle it open like a caveman. But it was pretty easy. But as I said, there's a couple of different things I want to talk about in this unboxing. So first, why did I get the $50 SVS isolation system? And basically it just came down to, with this isolation system, I'm not gonna only get better sound or better bass sound overall, I'm also going to get less rattle. For my viewers that don't know what the term rattle means, basically is when I'm watching stuff that has a lot of bass, either movies or even a lot of the music that I listen to has a lot of bass levels, it will create crazy vibrations throughout my room. And as you can see behind me, I have my game consoles, the game cases, and then also Blu-ray discs. Additionally, off screen, I have maybe hundreds of Star Wars toys, a whole bunch of different books, memorabilia from video games, movies, and different stuff I love. And also my recently built Lego Millennium Falcon, which is about 7,000 plus pieces. So honestly, I got this isolation system because I don't want anything to be prone to falling. And if my 2 months of work on the Falcon went down the drain because I decided to watch a movie, let's say like Blade Runner 2049 or even Godzilla King of Monsters on a loud volume, I would not be a happy camper. So there was three things on my mind the entirety of looking for which sub I was going to get, and those three things were price, performance, and how much space it was going to take up. Depending on if I like this speaker, I will either return it, or maybe even sometime down the line I might get a second one to put on the right side of my sound setup. So the subs that were recommended to me for my medium to large size room were the SB-2000 and the Klipsch 150SW. But with me, with any piece of tech that I get, tech or peripheral, I like to get the product that's one above what's recommended for me, because I'd rather be safe than sorry that I actually enjoy the product. And so with that, I was looking at the SB and PB 3000, and then I was like, okay, if there's an SB and PB 3000, maybe there's a 4000 series, and there was. And when I saw the PB and SB 4000, I was like, you know what, let me get that. Then I saw not only the size, which comes in at a whopping 150 pounds, I also saw that whopping big price of $1,500, and then that was like, okay, let me just go back to looking at the SB and the PB 3000. At that point, I had spoken to my friend again, who's been so helpful, thank you so much, Kale Media, and he was just like, for my room size and for everything that I would need, he said the SB-3000 would be perfectly fine. So I got my SB-3000 for $850 off of Amazon in like new condition. Retail for the new one is $1,000. And honestly, what it came down to, as I said, it was three variables. The 150SW was in the running, but there was price, which they're very similar price. Performance, they're about the same. I'd actually say the 150SW is more comparable to the 3000 and the 2000. And the third variable came into play to finalize my decision. The 150SW is not only 2 inches bigger than the SB-3000, but it's also 25 pounds heavier. And as I said, I would someday want to expand and get 2 subs, so in the end I just chose the SB-3000. So there you guys have it, the unboxing of the SVS SB-3000. This might sound a little backhanded, but I mean this as a compliment. First thought that came to my head when I opened it up and like took off the plastic and saw this is I was surprised, because the pictures online, SVS and Amazon, don't make this speaker look, not speaker, the subwoofer look attractive. And I'm wondering if, I don't know if it's like better pictures or whatever, because it's like, it looks exactly how it does in the pictures, I guess, per se. But like seeing it in person, I guess with not, okay, you know what? I think it's the lighting or whatever they use, where it's like white reflecting off of everything. And right here, you can only see like the white, well, it's probably blue for you guys for the TV, but like it looks really, really good in person. And that really surprised me now to say, and I read about this on like the reviews and the forums. The grill, on the other hand, which I won't be putting on, even if it looked good, I probably wouldn't keep it on regardless, because I love seeing the woofer go in and out. It's not like a real measurement of how much bass or whatever is playing during a movie, but it's still a really cool aesthetic or visual effect. I'm gonna say this one more time though. If you guys like this video, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure to tune in later this week and the next couple of weeks, as I will be doing a demo showcase of not only the SVS subwoofer, but also the clip speakers that I unboxed last week. And I'm also going to be using the new Panasonic UB820 Blu-ray player that I also got last week. And then again, I will be doing reviews on all of these products in about a month or so. But with saying that, thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day.